I see advisors all the time try to make YouTube work and try to post videos on there to get clients. And I see time and time again, each and every one of those advisors makes the same mistakes. They try to make it work, they fail, and then they quit YouTube forever. I made the same mistakes in YouTube. However, I was able to get past those mistakes and build a thriving insurance practice using YouTube. And in today's video, I'm gonna break down the 4 biggest things that are preventing you from having a successful YouTube channel and crushing it in this insurance industry. What is up, guys? For those of you new to the channel, my name is Philip Setter. I've been in the insurance industry for over 10 years now, and I've been able to scale my own insurance brokerage 100% online to 6 figures and beyond. If you're interested in doing the exact same thing in your business, I recorded a 2-hour free masterclass, and you can just comment masterclass below and I will send it to you. But without further ado, let's just get right into this video. So like I said, I've been in the insurance industry since 2014, but I tried to make YouTube work in 2017, like I said, and I posted probably for about maybe 3 months. I posted like 30 or 40 videos. It didn't work then, so I said, YouTube doesn't work for me. And then again in 2020, I tried. I went all in on digital marketing at that point because all of our face-to-face marketing, seminars, dinner events, wine and dines, networking, etc. had been shut down, obviously, for COVID. And so I went, again, all in on YouTube, and I created like 40 or 50 videos, and then I stopped because I was like, this thing doesn't work. Like, no one's coming to me. I'm not getting very many views. No one's really replying or going to my website or commenting, or, it's not working. I'm saying, like, it doesn't work for me, doesn't work for advisors. And then luckily, I was able to gain a little bit of traction after I gave up. So I gave up on YouTube, and I had posted maybe like 50 videos on it, and I said, YouTube doesn't work. And thankfully, a few months, maybe like 6 months or 8 months had went by, and some of the videos that I had created actually started to pick up steam. And I was like, wait a second, hold on, maybe YouTube does actually work. And so I looked at it again, and I recommitted to the process, and I said, okay, this isn't an advisor thing, this is an insurance thing. I said, maybe business owner clients aren't on YouTube, maybe no one shops for life insurance on YouTube. That is 100% false. All of my clients come from digital marketing and social media. Nowadays, I get 0 clients from face-to-face seminars, dinner events, anything like that. 100% of my clients are online, and the majority of them are coming through YouTube. So it had nothing to do with the system, it had nothing to do with people, and 100% to do with me. And so I'm going to get into it here and go over the 4 biggest mistakes that I made that hopefully you can just skip making them, get on YouTube, start making video content, and crush it, and start to build a business that you're not chasing clients anymore, but you're actually attracting them in, and you're able to close these leads into clients. Starting with mistake number 1 that I did, which is just inconsistency and lack of commitment. And I see this all the time. And I mean, you probably see it all the time as well, where you'll start, and it doesn't have to be, YouTube. It could be any digital marketing thing. And I did this all the time when I was early on in business, where I would try something for a couple weeks or a couple months, and it wouldn't work. And I would just say, it doesn't work. So obviously this doesn't work for financial advisors, or this doesn't work. I would write some blog posts. I would do some door-to-door. I would do some cold calling. I was like, I hate this. It doesn't work. Everyone's saying no. And then I would give up on it. And this is one of the number 1 mistakes that I made with YouTube. Like I mentioned, I did it in 2017. I tried for a little bit. It didn't work then. So I gave up and I said, this doesn't work. Again, I tried in 2020. It didn't work. And so I decided, this doesn't work. But luckily, thank God that I actually did get some results from that first batch of video, because YouTube has changed my life, and building content and video content on YouTube has been able to allow me to build a large 6-figure business that attracts 100% of my clients in. I don't chase any of my clients anymore. I'm not doing cold calls or door knocking or seminars or any of that stuff. Everyone's coming to me. So just like this says, post once, then disappear. So like I said, 2017, I posted. 2020, I did it again. And then luckily, I actually did get some results from it. But this is a very common mistake that advisors do. They'll post once or twice, or they'll try it for a week or try it for a couple weeks. It doesn't work, and then they'll just stop doing it. Here's the thing. YouTube takes time to work from 2 different points of view. Number 1, YouTube just takes time to figure out what audience you're actually trying to serve to. YouTube needs to look at their algorithm and look at your videos and see, okay, who do I actually serve this content to? For example, even this channel that I'm building right now, I'm building from the ground up, and I have all the experience of building successful channels on YouTube, and it's still going to take some time for YouTube to figure out who to serve my content to. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you, if you've never done any type of video content before or never posted on YouTube before, it's going to take you some time to figure out the system and actually figure out what works from a thumbnail point of view, from a title point of view, how to have the structure and flow of your videos, how to do all of these different things to actually build a successful YouTube channel. So assuming that it's going to work in like a month or 2 months or something like that is insane. So again, yeah, no rhythm, no momentum, and you don't believe it works for you. YouTube unequivocally can work for you. It works for me. It works for hundreds of other creators, well, thousands and thousands of other creators, but hundreds of creators in the insurance space. And so it absolutely can work for you. So this is what you can do to bypass this mistake that I made. It took me like over 8 years to finally build, maybe 7 years to finally build a successful YouTube channel. Don't take that long. So one of the best ways that you can do this is commit to actions, not results. So here's the thing. We're always trying to do something and immediately see the result of it. Just like when you go on a diet, you go to the gym, you do anything like that, you immediately want to see, oh, hey, I worked out. Where's my biceps? Hey, I went on a diet. I ate clean for 1 day. Why hasn't the scale moved? These things take time. You cannot commit to the results, but you can commit to the actions. And so the actions that, of course, I would recommend, and I talk about this in many different videos and YouTube and the masterclass, as well as the curriculum, the social media mastery for financial advisors, this is what you should commit to, is 8 long and 5 to 10 short for 1 year. That's what I would commit to, and consistently, each and every single month, release 8 long-form videos. So that's anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, 10 to 25 minutes, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You can make the video as long as it needs to be and not a second longer. And then shorts is anywhere. So hang on, I'll just put here 10 to 25 minutes. Shorts is 60 seconds or less. Okay? Commit to that for an entire year. Don't worry about the results. You will see them over time, and you'll see what's working, what's not working. And eventually, if you continue, to adapt, evolve, and grow, this will work for you. That's number 1. Number 2, this is just an easy cheat that you can do. This is like one thing that helps me stay on track, and it keeps a lot of other people on track, is batching your content. So for me, for example, right now it is the, let's see here. Let me look on my phone. It is the 5th of November. I am finishing up all of my recorded videos for December now. So November has already been recorded, edited, scheduled, and all the SEO tags, thumbnails, keywords, everything's already done with that. So this is how I typically batch my content. So I'm just going to give you some calendar days here. Let's say between the 10th of the month, something like that, the 10th to the 15th, that is my ideation. Okay? So this is when I come up with all of my scripts. So I research videos, I research titles, I come up with all my scripts, I script everything out bullet point by bullet point, and I get it all ready to go. And usually by the 15th, they're all written, ready to go. This is actually, one sec here. This is actually 15 to 20. That's actually what it is. There we go. I was getting my days mixed up, okay? So then those are all ready to go by 15 to 20, and then usually by the 25th to the 30th. So you can see I'm a little bit late right now. That's only because I just launched this channel. I'm getting back into the swing of this one and another channel and another business, but don't worry about that. This is when I am now recording, and I record all of my videos in 1 or 2 days. So yesterday I recorded 4 videos. Today I'm going to record another 4 videos. Tomorrow I'm going to record all my shorts. So in a matter of 3 days, I'll spend 4 to 5 hours each of those days, and I will record all of my content for the entire month. Because if you're always switching back from one thing to another, if you're going from writing a script for a video to then recording it to then editing that to then going back to something else, you're never going to get a flow and some consistency and some momentum in this in workflow. So the best way to do it is instead just batch your content and do everything at once for efficiency. So 15th to 20th is ideation, 25th to 30th is recording, and then I would say 1st to, let's say, 10th is editing. I'm just giving you some rough dates there. This is generally what I have for mine. And then I would say 10 to 15, we are scheduling. for the next month. So here we have a full month of work, but it's broken down into many different days. So ideation, this is maybe, let's say, 1 day, okay? Recording is 3 days. Editing, if you're doing the editing yourself, I would say that could be 2 to 3 days. I have an editor now, so obviously I just send it all to my editors at this point. And then scheduling, I mean, that's just 1 day of work, not even like half a day at this point. And so you have 1, so 4, maybe 6, let's say. So 7 days of work, but these aren't full days. You're typically only working, let's say, 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours in each of these. So what is that? It's 21 hours of work for a full month of content that you can batch across multiple different platforms and stay consistent for the entire year. So there is a little tip for you to actually stay consistent with posting content. Number 1, commit to the actions, not results. And number 2, batch your content, and it'll make your workflow a lot easier. Let's go down to number, there we go. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. There we go. Number 2. Okay. Mistake number 2, you're not being genuine. So this is another thing that I see in a lot of videos, and even myself, I struggle with this each and every single day, and it's a muscle memory like anything else, but this is one of the ways that you can make videos that people want to watch is before you actually start recording the videos, you need to think about what your genuine intent is with that video. You see a lot of people that, get on a video, they start a video, and you can just tell they're kind of like awkward, they're trying to sell something, that kind of standoffish. People will click off those videos because they can feel your intent. So one of the ways that you can actually, and I did this for years and years and years in my business, I was trying to put on this facade, I was trying to, be this person on camera that I wasn't in real life. I was trying to put on an act. That's not going to connect with people. People connect with real, genuine people that they can feel that they can connect with, pardon me. So it's not about putting on this facade of trying to pretend to be someone you're not. And here, I just have a couple notes here. Making videos only to sell or go viral. Viewers can feel the motive. Obviously that's number 2. And then if you're bored recording, this is number 3, they will be bored watching. So if you're recording a video and you're kind of like, so let me tell you about term life insurance versus permanent life insurance. If you're bored recording it, they're going to be bored watching it, okay? So one of the ways that you can achieve authenticity in your videos is before you actually start recording, and I probably have this in a note. Yeah, before you actually start recording, instead of getting so stressed out about, the hook and the title and what you're gonna say and all these other things, take a moment to reflect, and I try and do this in each and every single one of my videos, and focus on what your intent is in that video. Think about the end user and think about them watching this video and genuinely care. Like, I genuinely care about you guys achieving your goals and building a business similar to what I've built in my business because it's given me so much freedom in my life, and I'd love to share that with you guys. And even in the insurance space as well, when I record videos on the insurance space, I genuinely care about clients getting ripped off, especially, in Canada, in the United States, there's so many bad products out there. There's so many bad players. There's so many crap companies, and there's so much misinformation about, different products and UL and whole life and all these other things. I genuinely care about making videos that actually impact the end user. And so when I was making videos before in the insurance brokerage, and now even when I'm making videos for you as another insurance broker, hopefully that you can use this and succeed with digital marketing, I think, what am I trying to achieve with them? What am I trying to educate them on or give them? And so before you start recording, instead of getting so caught up in, oh, what am I going to say? How am I going to say it? What am I going to do? Just think about it. Like, what would you, if your friend came to you and asked you, hey man, I just had this guy approach me. He thinks I should buy this policy. What do you think about it? Is this a good policy or am I getting ripped off? Think about just explaining that to your best friend and saying, yeah, let me explain the differences. Let me explain why this product might not be good for you, why it is good for you, why it's the best product for you, whatever it is, but genuinely care about wanting to help people, and that will come through in the video. So before recording, reflect on intent, just like I mentioned. And then number 2, focus on value. Give everything away for free. So this is a big, if you follow Gary Vaynerchuk, he talks a lot about this, the jab, jab, hook. That's one of his books. But a lot of people will think that they have to hide things and they don't want to give too much information. Just give everything away for free. And this is just like the laws, the values or laws of value that you should be living your life by. But if you just give, then that will come back to you. The laws of karma do exist. I definitely do believe that the more that you give, the more you will get back in return. So when you're making videos, don't try and hide everything or only give a little bit of information. You're trying, if you want more details on this, you have to book a call. Just give as much of it away as you possibly can, and it will come back to you bountiful in tenfold. Okay. Number 3, not understanding the YouTube system. So this is, again, one of the larger mistakes. For years and years and years, I didn't understand the YouTube system as well. Most advisors are making YouTube videos completely wrong. Obviously, the first 2 things do impact people making videos and being successful on YouTube. However, if you don't understand the YouTube algorithm, no matter how much you care or how consistent you are, if you keep failing at that, then you're just not going to succeed. So I'm going to break down very easily what YouTube cares about. And they actually tell you right in the analytics of YouTube what YouTube cares about, what the algorithm cares about. So most advisors are doing this wrong. YouTube tells us what it cares about. So if you have a YouTube channel, if you look on the main page where your main analytics for your YouTube studio are, this will be by your videos. So you can see here, ranking by views. This is just one of my last videos that I had. Okay, so they care about views. Okay, so that's great. That goes up. They care about a click-through ratio, which we're going to talk about that in a second. And you can see that went up. And they care about average view duration. Okay, so you can see this actually went down. However, this was a shorter video, and the percentage that people watched on this video was higher than other videos. So even though the actual view duration, was down, the view percentage had went up. So here's what you need to do to increase your views, increase your click-through rate, and increase your average view duration. Number 1, this is the very start of every single video. 2 things. You need a title that people are actually searching for, and you can do this many different ways, but if you look at other successful channels, especially in the insurance space, you can see what titles they're using. You can use Google Auto-Suggest or YouTube Auto-Suggest when you type in a specific word, like let's say, how does life insurance? It'll autofill that. So that's the first one. That's the title. However, the thumbnail is even more important. So let's go here. Let's go through this real quick. We want people to have a high click-through rate. So click-through rate means, click-through rate. That means how many people clicked your video when YouTube showed it to them. So you can see this video right here is 6%. So that means if YouTube shows this video to 100 people, 6% of them are clicking. That is a good click-through ratio, okay? So we want to increase the clickability of both the title and then the thumbnail. And the way that we do that, of course, is with a compelling title. But the thumbnail, if you look on my channel or any other channels, the main ways that you do this are by piquing curiosity and having some type of photo with you with some type of genuine shock or like, oh God, what are they doing? Something that makes people stop and think, oh, I need to click this video. I need to see what this guy's talking about. Another thing is when you are looking for search terms for a video, let's say term life insurance versus whole life insurance. Look at the other videos that other creators are making that are popular, and then think about what thumbnail you could place in there that'll be so contrast to what their thumbnail is that it'll stand out so much and make them want to click. So you can do this many different ways. You can do this by, again, like having the photo of you and having the shock and awe, bright colors, and you want to use different text in your thumbnail than you do in your title. So I see a lot of advisors do this, and I did this for years and years and years, is you have like, how does term life insurance versus permanent life insurance work? And then in the thumbnail, you just write term versus permanent. There's nothing different about that. Say something else. Say, waste of money, or say, you won't believe this, or say, he lost $1 million, something, right? You need to pique curiosity and make the thumbnail and put the text, the simple text in the thumbnail way different, or totally different, than the title. So that's the first thing. If you can't get people to click, Doesn't matter how good your video is, no one's going to click on it. The first battle is getting them to click. The second one is getting them to stay. And we're going to talk about that here in a second. So another way that you can increase visibility is optimization. So that's through the description, SCRIPTION. That's through SEO. That's also through a title. And that's also through tags. So this is just how you make your video more discoverable so it can show up in more places. And then the last thing is, once you actually get, ranked, you get people are searching and your video is showing up and people are actually clicking on it because you have a good title and a thumbnail, you need to get people to stay. And that is where the Halo framework comes in. So, hang on one sec. Let me go back. So Halo, HALO. There we go. So hook, action, lesson, and outcome. This is the framework for every single successful video on YouTube. So hook, instead of, I used to do this for years. I used to say, hey, in today's video, welcome back to my channel. My name is Philip Setter. No. You need to immediately pique curiosity. You need to say, thousands of Canadians are buying the wrong life insurance. And, it's a shame because they're losing millions and millions of dollars of money. In today's video, I'm going to tell you the exact 3 mistakes that I made when I was buying my own life insurance so you don't get ripped off when you go to buy your own. People are like, wait a second. Oh, hang on. That's interesting. And I just did that off the cuff. So obviously, it could be a little bit more improved. But you want to make your hook better than just, in today's video, I'm going to explain the difference between term life insurance and permanent life insurance. And if you want to book a meeting with me, maybe you can book a meeting with me. Don't do that. That's a terrible way to start a video, okay? So your hook needs to pique curiosity. It needs to get them interested and invested in the video and invested to stay until the end. The second one is action. People on average usually watch 30 to 35% of a video. So you want to put your call to action at the very beginning. So you can say, hey, my name is, Jonathan Dubois. I've been in the insurance industry for X amount of years. I help people just like yourselves find affordable term life insurance options or life insurance options. If you want to book a meeting with me, do it in the description below. But, let's get right into the video. You can see I do it at the beginning of this video in my insurance brokerage. I say, what's up, guys? For those of you who not know me, I'm the founder and CEO. Or I say, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Philip Setter. I'm the founder and CEO of Affinity Life, where we've helped thousands of Canadians find the right life insurance at the right price. If that sounds interesting, I'll put a link in the description and you get an instant quote today. But without further ado, let's just get right into the video. You want to put that at the beginning of the video. Lesson. This is actually now where you start to put the content of your video out. So this would be the best way to put the format, to put the content out of your video is by steps or points. So you can see here, even in this video, I have mistake number 1, mistake number 2, mistake number 3, mistake number 4. People like to follow lists. So, you can say, okay, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, whatever it is. You want to have it sequentially and logically formatted because people can follow along with steps a little bit better than just ranting through a video with no clear purpose. They want to know, okay, step number 1, step number 2, or point number 1, point number 2. So it just makes it easier for them to consume. And then the last one here is outcome. So instead of ending the video and saying, hey, thanks for watching, have a great day, you want to try and direct them towards something. I wouldn't personally recommend subscribing, like say, hey, if you like this video, subscribe. Don't do that. If they want to subscribe, they will. The one thing I will ask sometimes, I'll say, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm. But more than that, think about what you want people to do at the end of the video. So what's the next logical step? So you can say, okay, now that you understand the difference between term life insurance and permanent life insurance, let's do a deep dive into whole life insurance and click here to watch that video. That would be a good way to end the video. So I'll just say, direct them. You want to keep directing them, and keep them on the channel as long as possible to hopefully eventually book a meeting with you. And then, you can, whatever your action is, so, put something in the description. Of course, I didn't have that here in action, but CTA, call to action. Oh, there we go, CTA. You want to have that. So whatever the next step is, book a meeting, get a quote, fill out a form, download a lead magnet, whatever it is, you want to have that next step set up. Okay, going to the last mistake, waiting for perfection. Okay, I luckily don't suffer from this that much. Maybe it's just because I've like failed so much and I'm just like, screw it, I'm just jumping forward. I didn't fail from, waiting for perfection. I definitely had a bunch of terrible, videos at the beginning. I struggled with consistency. So I made it for a bit and then I stopped and then I restarted and then I stopped. However, I see a lot of advisors that are they're waiting. I say like, hey, when are you launching your YouTube channel? Oh yeah, I gotta get a few things set up here. I gotta check out cameras and I gotta do this and I gotta get a haircut and I gotta make sure that I gotta shave my beard and I gotta make sure the lighting's good. And here's the thing. If you being perfect, that's like the laziest excuse to do something I've ever heard. If you are continuously waiting to be perfect, you're never going to start anything. And you don't become perfect by trying to get it all set up at the beginning. And you never become perfect for that matter, but you become better by actually doing the thing. You learn by doing. You don't learn by like setting it up and getting things in place. And if you're just waiting forever, I'm waiting to start my blog post. I'm waiting to get on Instagram. I'm waiting to redo my website. I'm waiting. You're going to wait until you die and nothing's ever going to happen. You need to just take massive action and fail forward and fail fast, because it's going to take you a lot longer and it's going to be a lot more work than you think it is to actually make these things successful. So focus instead on progress over perfection. I literally have this upstairs in my office, right on my whiteboard. It says progress over perfection and discipline equal freedom. Those are my two mantras that I live by, and it's something that I remind myself of every single day. I look at something like, oh, this could be better. It could be better, but I could launch it right now and I can prove it next month or the month after or the month after. I just need to fail forward and fail as fast as I can, because if you consistently put yourself out there and fail, eventually you will get good at it. You will adapt, evolve, and grow into it, and you will crush it at whatever you're trying to do, specifically YouTube in this example. So progress over perfection. The first 50 videos that you put on your channel, think of these as an apprenticeship. Think of like, this is something that you need to get out of the way. And I'm not saying just try and rush through the first 50 videos, but think of this as the apprenticeship into YouTube. And the first 50 videos, don't expect anything from it. Just expect to learn the system, but try and get through those first 50 videos as fast as you possibly can, which if you actually go 8 times 12, what is that? That's more than 50. That's like 90 or something like that, right? 80, 96. There we go. Okay, that's 96. So if you can do this, then the first 6 months is your apprenticeship. And then the next 6 months, let's go like something like that, 6 months, that's when you actually start getting good at YouTube. You understand the system, you understand the metrics, the analytics, the titles, the thumbnails, the tags, the keywords, all these other things that you can then start to use and you can start to perfect and you can start to dominate in this specific content marketing, video content marketing, specifically on YouTube. So think about this as your apprenticeship that you just need to get through. The first 6 months is the apprenticeship. The next 6 months is the warm-up. And then after 12 months, that is when I promise you, if you do commit to this, you will start to see results. I stayed committed after I failed in 2020 and then saw some traction. After that, I was like, okay, I need to go all in. And I stayed committed for 12 months on YouTube. And I think it took me 9 or 10 months before I saw my first client. It was almost a year that I saw my first client. Fast forward to today, I'm doing anywhere from 10 to 20 applications per month from YouTube, or mostly from YouTube, I should say, and is one of the primary drivers of business for my insurance brokerage. And I mean, I obviously love YouTube. It's been a huge contributor to my success. So I promise you, if you guys stay committed, if you actually get through the apprenticeship, you will find success from YouTube. The last one, consistency breeds confidence. So you don't get confident by thinking about it and preparing. You get confident by actually doing it. That was the 4 major mistakes of actually getting into YouTube. If you want to watch the full breakdown of how to use YouTube as a financial advisor to generate clients each and every single month, click there to watch that video. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, all I ask is that you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.